Sport has long played an integral role in society, bringing people together and fostering a sense of community. Throughout history, there have been countless athletes and teams that have achieved great feats in stadiums and on playing fields, inspiring us and leaving an indelible mark on the world of sports. Such moments deserve to be remembered. Such achievements should be immortalized. Such instances must never be forgotten.
Hello one and hello all. My name is Sunday Nancy, and this is our first edition of the Bits and Pieces Cricket Podcast for the year 2024.
So now we draw your attention to Shamar Joseph, a West Indies fast bowler.
Shamar Joseph runs in and he's bowled, a beauty of a delivery, and Cameron Green is gone.
Now I would suspect that if there was to be a study on the main cause of depression in the West Indies, it would have to relate to what's going on with West Indies cricket. Being a West Indies cricket fan is hard work. And so, in this three-part series, we thought it fitting to begin with a fan's response to what recently happened in Australia at the end of January 2024. First, let's set the scene.
Pace played a huge role, but the length and the line of the delivery was what defeated that battle.
January 28th, 2024. The Brisbane Cricket Ground, Queensland, Australia, also known as the Gabba. Swift, fierce, and unwavering like a determined warrior charging into battle, Shamar Joseph propelled West Indies towards a historic victory across 11.5 intense overs, defying a painful toe injury. Originally sidelined due to a brutal blow from a Mitchell Starc delivery, Shamar's dedication shone through as he refused to let his team down. With the rare opportunity to secure a test match win in Australia for the first time in almost 3 decades in the cards, Shamar overcame the odds to take the field and deliver a masterful performance. The formidable Aussies were 93 for 2 and chasing 216 runs for victory when Shamar entered the attack. He instantly altered the course of the game. Despite his injury, he unleashed a relentless barrage of deliveries, consistently exceeding speeds of 145 kph. In a mesmerizing display of skill and determination, Shamar claimed an astonishing 7 wickets for just 68 runs, propelling West Indies to a breathtaking 8-run triumph. This remarkable feat unfolded in only his second test match, etching his name in the annals of cricketing glory with a performance that defied all odds. ESPN Cricinfo called it one of the greatest test victories of all time. The 3-part story that unfolds comes out of the Chaguaramas Enclave, home of the Thunderbolt Olympic Stadium, the Marley Reary Concert Hall, and the 3Ws Cricket Park, among other facilities. It presents the perspectives, thoughts, and analysis of Basil Butcher Jr., Lenny Achaibar, John Aaron, Dave Jagannath, Dr. Terence Blackman, Carlos Alexander, Kamta Singh, Telston Johnson, and a special fan essay from Abigail McDonald. Cricket lovers all. Most of it is true. Bits and pieces are make-believe. But all the sentiments and bits of wishful thinking are real. We begin with the essay from Abigail McDonald, one of the longtime tormented fans of West Indies cricket. Resilience and Redemption. Take a bow, Shamar Joseph and the West Indies cricket test team. An essay by Abigail McDonald.
Shamar Joseph was a mere dream when the West Indies clinched their victory in Perth, February 1997. While the series ended with a 3-2 loss, hope lingered that we could return to our former cricketing glory days. At the tender age of 16, I listened to the radio commentary of the 1997 match with my father and brother. It was the wee hours of the morning, with a 12-hour time difference standing between Australia and Guyana. The commentary was resonant and animated, painting vivid pictures of the action on field. I never imagined it would be West Indies' last victory down under for almost 3 decades. For a while, cricket had come to symbolize the endless possibilities of the Caribbean people. In Guyana, it served as the great unifier against the backdrop of the political divide, bringing together the Black and Indian communities to share in collective pride, drawing us closer to our shared humanity. Jaded by the disappointing results of the team over the last 2 decades, and my disappointment in West Indies cricket governance, I followed cricket with a heavy heart. Over the last 5 years, I rarely stayed up to watch a test series abroad. Despite my love for the game, the thunderous sound of ball meeting bat, the spinner's masterful deception, and the hurricane speed of our fast bowlers, West Indies cricket grew to become a painful reminder of our struggles as a team and the growing divide among our people. On the evening of January 27th, 2024, with Australia needing just 156 runs and 8 wickets remaining, I opted to lend my attention to the basketball game featuring the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. Occasionally glancing at the scoreboard and following along my friend Moen Ghafour's animated commentary on his Facebook page, I kept abreast, albeit emotionally detached from the unfolding results. When the 5th wicket fell for 132, I experienced a fleeting moment of hope, but with the experienced Stephen Smith on 57 still at the crease, my hope was subdued. I wrestled with the decision to stay awake, likely reuniting with the pain of disappointment, or head to bed and get some much-needed rest. Choosing the latter, I closed my laptop and drifted off to sleep. As fate would have it, I forgot to silence notification on my phone, and the pings from my nephew awoke me, informing me that West Indies were of the precipice of history, and a Guyanese was at the helm of the momentous occasion. Bleary-eyed, I tuned in to witness the historic comeback from our young West Indian cricketers. I caught the last wicket, Joseph's 7th, a dagger that kicked off Stump out of the ground. When he charged off to the pavilion, I welled up with tears in harmony with Brian Lara and Carl Hooper, sharing in the pride of our people and celebrating the victory after a 27-year drought. In the days that followed, I watched every highlight, listened to every interview, and shared in the joy and unity of the Guyanese and West Indian peoples. I recalled Rodney Hogg's recent derogatory comments about our players, branding them as hopeless and pathetic, suggesting they be relegated to a 2nd division, and unworthy of playing in Australia. Hogg's prejudiced remarks undoubtedly served as fuel for the team. The skipper, Craig Brathwaite, in his post-match remarks, reminded the Australian great that we're not pathetic and hopeless. There's hardly a doubt that the limping Joseph, who inspired with his 7 for 68, was playing for more than a victory. He embodied the response to the historical prejudice and racism that the West Indies cricket team has faced throughout history. Take a bow, Shamar Joseph, take a bow, West Indies Test cricket team. You have restored the collective pride and hope of our people. Your victory is a symbol of our triumphant and resilient spirit, strengthening our bonds and rekindling our shared joy in the sport.
We're going to close off today's episode by playing the voice of the man himself, Shamar Joseph. Here is a clip from the Guyana newsroom. Please remember to like, tell a friend, comment, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you shortly.
Well, there was a lot of sacrifice. I was working with security firm at first, and then when we had a game against West Berbice, there was Damien Van Tull, who was the one that encouraged me that I should take my game a little bit more serious and come to town and play serious cricket and so forth.
So you basically quit your job to pursue more climbing?
Yes, I actually quit my job because I know this is what I want, and I always could have made it because I had that confidence that I could have made it, and so.
Sport has long played an integral role in society, bringing people together and fostering a sense of community. Throughout history, there have been countless athletes and teams that have achieved great feats in stadiums and on playing fields, inspiring us and leaving an indelible mark on the world of sports. Such moments deserve to be remembered. Such achievements should be immortalized. Such instances